back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully doing well. We're going to catch a sunset if we have enough time. But in today's video, we're going to talk about starting like a motovlog setup. I'm going to kind of explain how I motovlog, but I'm also going to explain how you can do it with only two things. So depending on your budget, depending on your skill level, there's going to be something in this video that will work for you. We're going to start with the more complex setup, like my setup, and then we'll go into like the super simple setup that you can basically pick up on Facebook Marketplace for half the price and basically start motovlogging. We're going to try and get out to this bridge and get a couple of clips there, but I can already, the sun's already going over the mountain and I'm about 25 minutes away. So we're going to start with the setup with the action camera. You can basically get away with any action camera, I believe, from the Hero 9 and above. So basically just go for what's in your budget and what really stands out to you. So I'll quickly touch on why I went with the DJI Action 5. It's because the ease of use, and at the time it was the only action camera that had a microphone that would basically connect automatically to the action camera. So you could buy the DJI Mic 2 and it would automatically sync to your action camera. And for motovlogging, that saves you so much time. Basically, I used to have to go on my Hero 9 with my Zoom recorder, like an internal recorder, and I'd have to clap and sync every time I wanted to film something. Now I just turn the action camera on, and if I'm using the DJI Mic 2, it automatically connects. So that was a really, really big thing for me as a creator, why I went with the DJI. And the other thing is it's got 10-bit color, so you're getting the Ace Pro 2 has 8-bit. So there were two big features that stood out to me, and I ended up pulling the trigger on the DJI. And then I've got that paired up with a lav mic and the DJI mic adapter. And then sometimes I will run a DJI Mic 2 if I'm doing like a pure sound, or I know it's going to be wet and I don't want like the lav mic exposed, so I just close the case. It's all basically waterproof, and I motovlog with the DJI Mic 2. So, and then I have ND filters, and that's basically my setup. And then having the ND filter, you're going to want to double your shutter speed, because ND filters basically act as sunglasses for your action cameras. It's just it's basically when you double your shutter speed to get the motion blur, you're allowing more light into the sensor. So you want to have an ND filter so it exposes correctly, or everything will be overexposed. Right now it's cloudy, and that I could probably get away with no ND filter, but just then it was a little bit exposed too high, so I've bumped my ISO up to 1600, so this should still all look good. But depending on the day will be what ND filter you'll use. So you got 8, 16 and 32. You're going to be riding in sunny weather, no clouds, no nothing. ND 32 is going to be your best bet. You're going to have a little bit of clouds but still a bit bright. You can run out ND 16, and then basically it's just going to use your lowest ISO. And then when it's very cloudy or sunset, ND 8 is going to be the one to use. Then what are we talking about? I'll put my gain to the lowest, so right now I can get it down to 20, and then I'll bump it up in post so nothing clips. If I'm yelling or there's loud exhaust or something, nothing will clip, and I can just bring it up in post. With the DJI Mic 2, I'm running 32-bit float. That's another really good thing. Basically, it retains the sound. It's like a raw, when you're color grading, it's basically that. It retains all of it. It kind of stops, it makes it so it's near impossible to clip. So I run that and the audio comes out amazing. Then I'm in 4K 30, but here's what I've found, what I've been testing out recently. I've been running 4x3, so I'm using the full sensor and no stabilization, and then I'm doing the stabilization in post. So I'm on 4K 4x3, 30 frames a second on wide, not ultra wide. I'm on wide, and then I'm going to put everything into gyro flow after and basically add a little bit of stabilization, and that's going to stop it being over. So when you run Rocksteady or Rocksteady Plus, it smoothens out the footage too much, so it doesn't feel like you're as a viewer, you're on the bike with me basically. And that's what I'm trying to achieve in all my videos, is I want it to feel like you are riding the bike. So having it on the settings I have, I can add a tiny little bit of stabilization, where if I have no stabilization, I get comments saying, oh, the video is too jarring to watch. So no stabilization. We're going to jump off the highway and we'll keep talking about the settings. So like I said, I'm running no stabilization. I'm running a flat color profile, and then basically, so it's just all grey, 10 D-Log 10-bit, D-Log M 10-bit, and then I add a Rec 709 conversion, and then a LUT on top. And I'm just using Jesse's LUT pack, and then I do some small tweaking, and that's basically it. So if you're after some good LUTs, there's a link in my description. Will save you some money. If you like the colors that you're seeing, that's what it's from basically. And then on textures and sharpness, I always run them on -1, because I like to add my own sharpness in post. Oh, we might just make it. We've got about 15 minutes, I reckon, to the sunset. And that's really basically it. So we'll just recap on the more advanced settings. We're doing 4K 4x3, 30 frames a second. We're in a D-Log M color profile. We're either running a lav mic or a DJI mic 2 in the helmet. Turn the gain all the way down. On the mic 2, you want to put 32-bit float enabled, and that's it. We're running double our shutter speed, double our frame rate. So if we're in 4K 30, we want our shutter to be 1/60. If you're in 4K 60, you want it to be 1/120. And then if you're in 4K 24 frames a second, 1/148. That's going to give you this smooth motion blur. Then again, we're running sharpness -1, textures -1, and then ISO, I've got it on 1/1 to 800 for the ISO. So if we're in dark spots, it will bump up. I've only changed it for today to 1600 because I've still got the ND8 on, and I know I'm going to get a bit of dark spots. So you want the ISO to be as low as possible, because basically you're introducing noise basically once you get past like 800. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it for all the settings for my setup. And then, like I said, I run everything through Gyroflow. I can make a full different video on that and show you all the settings and how I do it through Gyroflow. So if that's something you're interested in, just hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on so you know when that video will be live. And we're going to talk... Oh, look how sick that looks. If I can get down there in time, that's going to look amazing. If I get there in time. We're going to talk about... So you're basically brand new to motovlogging, or you don't know anything about action cameras. This is the part that's going to help you out the most. Don't worry about all the ND filters and all that. That can come later on. But what you want to do is you want to go on Facebook Marketplace and find an action camera, like I said, that fits what you're trying to do. A Hero 9 will be perfectly fine. If you're doing more night riding, you're probably going to want like the Ace Pro 2 or the DJI Action 5, because that's where they shine a little bit better. But if you're just doing daytime riding, don't go out and spend that $1,500, $1,000 on a full proper action camera with all the ND filters and all that, because you don't even know if you're going to enjoy doing it. You could buy all the gear, have no idea what you're doing, and start making videos, and you don't actually like it as much as you think. So go out, buy a second-hand camera and a microphone. So like I said, that could be the DJI Mic 2 and say a DJI Osmo 4. You can pick up one of those used for like $280, $320. I think that's what they cost, like a brand new one if you buy from the shop. You can pick them up super cheap, and then you can pick up the mic for like $160, but a second-hand one, the DJI Mic 2, you can pick up for like $80. So you can have a $400 setup, or say you don't get the mic and you get a lav mic, it probably actually works out the same, sorry, because you've got to buy the adapter. Yeah, so it probably works out the same. So whichever mic you go, it is going to cost you about $400. But opposed to being $1,000, $1,500, $1,200, that's the way to go, because you can get the stuff, put everything in auto, the settings auto. Don't worry about doubling the shutter speed and all that, because you don't have ND filters. Everything in auto, and the camera's going to do a great job. You're going to get amazing footage, and that's it. You don't have to worry about getting the ND filters, doing all the color grading. Make sure you got the right ND filter. Make sure all your settings are right. You can just go out and create and test. Oh, having trouble finding neutral. I gotta check my chain. You can go out and just create and see if you actually enjoy making content. And then if you do, whatever camera you get, just upgrade it. So upgrade the ND filters. Buy the DJI Mic 2. Look at buying a software to edit properly. Like, go out and just spend the bare minimum money you can on an action camera, test it out, see if you like it, and then do all the other stuff. Well, that's mine. That's the way I would personally do it. I would go out. I can't get neutral. Might be because I was slight hill. There we go. So I started on a Hero 9, no ND filters. I didn't know what it was until I started recording, and then I could see in all the videos I'm watching, like you see it more like on Instagram Reels and stuff, but like you see the motion blur and you're like, oh, why does it look like they're going faster than they are? Like, it's because they got the ND filter on, and it's adding all that natural motion blur. So then I was like, what the heck is an ND filter? And then I looked it up, and then I started learning all that stuff, and that's where I started to Google and watch YouTube videos on how to do all that. And I fell in love with all that, so I've just upgraded slowly. I had the Hero 9 until last year, making all my videos on the Hero 9 with a media mod and the purple Panda. And then I bought the Zoom mic to do the exhaust sound. Oh, Mo's Streets, he was one of the guys that I watched, and he had the motion blur and he had the 4x3, and I was like, this looks so much different to how I'm filming. how do I make it look similar to that? How do I make it more cinematic? And that's when like I said, I started to learn all the frame rates and all that. But that all takes time, so do your research, find out what you want to do. If you definitely want to make motovlogs and you have the budget, then yeah, buy all the expensive gear, go for it. But hopefully this has helped someone and I haven't just rambled on and confused you. So if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have ND filters, leave everything in auto and you're going to get a great base, basically a starting point of creating content, and then adding the color grading, adding the ND filters. That's where it's going to start you're going to start standing out from just every other person, because you can add your own look with an ND filter. With the color grading. So hopefully this has helped someone, and if it has, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and tell me what action camera that you use. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.